this video, I'm going to show you how to remove the side mirrors. So the mirror on this car is good. The glass is actually in decent condition also. Actually, I'd have to say very good condition on the driver's side. Let me show you the passenger side. The passenger mirror just has a small scuff here, but nothing too crazy. And the glass itself is in okay condition. There is some discoloration along the bottom, and that's really it. But I'm going to leave all that together. It locks correctly, folds correctly, so all of that is good. So how do I replace these mirrors or remove the mirrors on a BMW E46? Let me show you how. So to access the screws that hold the mirror in place, we do have to remove the complete door panel. So I'm going to include the door panel and the side view mirror in this video. So don't be intimidated by an E46 door panel. It's very easy to do. I'll show you how. All right. So I'm working around my lift, which is right here. So I moved the car forward so I can open up the door more so you can see what's going on. So you're going to just use a plastic tool, and we have to take this wood trim off. Actually, the wood trim on this car is actually in very good condition, so that's something that I can consider selling. Whoop, look at that. I didn't even have to pry it out. So if you grab the back part, a lot of times it will come free, but you can actually work it free with a plastic tool and just take it off like that. There are two prongs right here that when you're going back together, you're going to just hook it into the door handle part first, and then just tap it back into place like that. So that's the wood trim. We'll rip that out. Make sure these tabs are good. Sometimes these little plastic bits right here come out. These are replaceable, and basically you put them in and then you twist to lock them in place. So just check the condition of these when you come out and go back in. And then we have two screws hidden back here. There's a hidden screw right here, also under this cap on the driver's side, which is even tighter over there. So I'm not sure if I'm going to show a video on the driver's side or not. We'll see if I can get in there. But driver's side, you have the switch. You pull the little nub off, take a pair of pliers, grab it, and just pop the switch out for the mirror. But with this side, I can just use a flathead screwdriver and pry up the little triangle piece. And then there's a screw in there as well. These look like Torx screws. What's nice are these kits with all the different adapters. This includes, let's see, so T15, 20, 25, and 27, some really long bits, some shorter bits, and obviously some Phillips and regular screwdrivers, which is nice when you have a nice screw gun. This is a DeWalt 12 volt. I've had it for a long time. We can just zip these out fast. Okay, I forgot to mention that. Two different size screws. Small, this is the long, over by the handle. And then I think it's another small here. Let's see. And the magnetic's nice. Alright, so if you took the long and put it in here, I've seen and I think you can damage something. I don't know if it'll go through the outer skin. The long screw only goes on where the handle is when you're putting your door panel back together, keep in mind. All right, two additional screws. You have a cover here, and there's a second cover a little further up. And you just pry them out gently. See, they have these little tabs on them. There it is right there. Oops. Yeah. So I'll put those together. Put all the screws together. And it's going to be the same Torx screw. Okay, they usually stay in. And at this point now, you can use a pry tool and pry around the edges. To pop the small plastic holders, this is only now held on by push clips. So if you grab this corner and give it a tug, that screw came flying out at me from in here. So make sure you don't lose these. There's the other one. The door panel comes right off. So that's how easy it is. So now I'm going to just tilt it and let me show you what is holding me up behind here. So the inside door handle has this clip on it. Just pull up on it like that to pop it free. And that frees up the top part. When you're putting it back together, if your door handle is out like this, it's going to lock into the wrong spot. So this has to be all the way flush, and basically it just slides in from the front and then clips back down. But now I just have to remove the wiring harness. Here's my speaker. Just give it a tug. Usually they come right out. It's just a 2-pin. And then over here is my other speaker. And these are the plastic clips, and they usually break. So a lot of times you have to replace these. Alright, and the door panel is free. Hey, look who's joining me. Hey, boy. So to get to that mirror, we have to take this trim off here for our tweeter. If you come down along the A-pillar here, there's just these little plastic tabs. And they're not really held on tight, so a lot of times you can just, using your hand, pop that free. See, there's a break around the door brake, and then there's another one here to pop out. Just give it a tug. Yep, came out easy with both hands. And then I'm going to just come up here, and then this is held on by a clip, I think, behind here. So I'm just going to give that a tug. You can see there's the clip right there. It goes into that slot. All right, so here you have to just push this way towards the back of the door to unclip it, because this is just pressure fit, and then this part peels from around the door. See that little section right there, just pushes in, and then it comes to about here, and then there's another clip, and then we have this trim off. Now this is also your anti-trap. It's funny, I forgot all about that. So I have an anti-trap wire which runs behind the foam right here. This is the sound insulation. So let's just peel that back and we'll unplug the pinch strip. See right there, it's folded around, so it's on this little holder. Man, bringing back memories. I haven't dealt with a pinch strip on an E46 in a long time. All right, so that's that connector right there. I'm just gonna give that a tug to separate it, and this is the pinch strip. So there's actually a pressure sensor built in to the strip along here, and that's what prevents you from trapping yourself in your window when it's going up for your anti-trap. Newer cars actually use amperage of the motor, and it can detect that someone's trapped because the amperage spikes and it knows the position of the window using Hall sensors. Alright, back to the mirror. So we have this foam, which is around my tweeter here. The foam just pops right out. And then here's my little tweeter. And now I have 2 more torque screws, and that's what's holding the side mirror on. So these are T30. You take the top one off. So the tweeter is actually held on by this screw on the top, and then it has a little hook on the bottom, and I have loosened the bottom. I left that one on so the mirror wouldn't fall, because Zion doesn't have opposable thumbs and he can't hold this camera for me, unfortunately. I wish he could. So we're about ready to take the mirror off. You can see our wiring right here, so we're going to follow that down also, and that goes down behind the beautiful crap. So I'll just pull this out of the way. This vapor barrier is no good anyways. All right. Oh, there's my tweeter. I'll throw that there. So just pull that free from the butyl. This also goes to this holder behind the door panel. Pop that free and just give that a tug. And now I'm free. The harness is free, and I can unscrew this, and then my mirror is going to come right out from the outside, and I'll just pull that along with it. And remove the third screw right here. Once those other 2 screws are out, I can just take my last one. Then kind of wiggle the mirror out, and then it slides out. There is this foam piece here, that's part of this seal for the door. And I can take the whole foam piece. Probably be good to sell these with the foam pieces in case somebody has damaged foam pieces. And it's as simple as that. This actually just fits in just like that. I'll put the 3 screws on it too, and this will be ready for somebody to have. So follow all the same steps, except on this side we do have to deal with the switch for the mirrors. So I'm gonna go ahead, and what you do is you pop that off. Excuse me, Z. That's not for you, big guy. Here we go. Don't eat that. That's the little cap for the switch. Now it's kind of hard to pry this out, so there's a trick that I'm gonna show you. All right, here you go, Z. Can you do that for me? You got that? Okay, good job. Yep, don't lick that. All right, so you grab that and just give it a tug straight up. Actually, it'd be better to grab it like this. All right, and give it a tug up, and that pulls the switch right out, and then you just have to simply unplug it. So that's how easy it is to remove a side mirror. Obviously, you have to take the door panel off. You would just reverse what I showed you. Don't forget about that one long screw that goes by the door handle. This is not going back on because these are going up for sale. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and take apart the driver's side.